where we live. They just now started cleaning the river by us, the floodplains.
Where do you live?
Sacred Road Park.
Okay.
Last week they started cleaning the oil. They said wasn't there. Yeah.
I'll put you on my way home from work.
I don't mean to upset you further.
You didn't.
Okay.
They did. We can take you and show you. They just started digging it up. You know, and they're saying it's not dangerous. Why are we still getting sick? And they won't give me answers. Oh, it's clean, it's safe, it's this, it's that. Live here then. Tell me it's clean and it's safe. Live here and eat what comes out of that river. Swim in that river and tell me it's safe.
Yeah, I hear you. I know what you mean. I've been talking to a lot of people that are going through the same thing.
And then Enbridge tells me I live too far away from the river to be affected by it. And I can throw a rock in the river. That's how close I live. I'm pissed. Turn it up, please. John?
Hey, you know they need to see it.
So you gonna bail me out?
Am I gonna? Yeah, I'll bail you out.
Alright.
When I get my unemployment check.
Well.
And he pays his bills first, right?
Yeah.
Phyllis,
Well,
I'll make this a priority to get down there and talk to you, okay?
Alright. I will talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this time.
Thank you.
that was Lisa LaPlante with Channel 17. Yeah, Phyllis, they need to see this stuff.
I know. Are they still running at the jaws in there?
Nope, they're done.
I'm back in. I come up with little pimples on my arms. And they break out. I never had that. Never.
Did you see the doctor, ma'am?
Yeah.
He said she's not going to make it to her 50th birthday because of this oil spill from the chemicals. That's what he told her.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name? I'm Richard.
My name's John Bolenbaugh, and I'm her friend.
Yeah. It's affected me more than you think. And your company says it's not harmful. But yet, like I said, I'm not going to make it to my 50th birthday. I'm 49 years old. You like your life shortened that much?
No. Call me tomorrow.
Would you take your
grandkids? I'd love to learn more about your
Would you take your grandkids to the river? Would you take your kids to the river?
So once the health department's deemed the river to be safe, then folks can use it.
It's not safe though. And I'll be damned. My last breath would keep that river closed.
Well, the ban is still in effect right now.
It'll be closed until the day I die. If I have to die, it will never reopen. People shouldn't have to go through what I've been through.
I do hope you do.
But it's, according to everybody, it's safe. Living where I live. Breathe what I have to breathe and then tell me it's safe.
Two questions. Do you guys still have oil arrears?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you saw the screenshots that we had of it.
Yes.
One of the things that
They just last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they just started
took
cleaning
the
it.
oil from there. That oil's been there for over a year, and they kept telling us, "Well, there's no oil there. There's no oil there." Bullshit.
No, we know there's oil. We know there's oil. And if you saw on the map, I mean, that's mile point 13, I believe.
Right there,
13.0. Yeah, yes, that's mile point 13. We know there's overbank oil there. We know there.
And we're not only on the one side of Baker's, but we're surrounded by it.
And we also have set up air monitoring stations and air sampling stations.
I see that.
So, unfortunately, all I can tell you, and I don't know what to tell you about your condition. There's a lot of health. I'm not a doctor.
Just explain to my grandkids when I'm gone why Grandma's gone.
What I can tell you is that we have committed to continue to collect information, collect samples, do monitoring, and if we do see anything that suggests that there's a problem,
There's a problem there. My
but if
people
we
are
see it,
dead.
if we see it,
I've got stores all over.
we can only deal with the information that's given to us.
And I lost one of my dogs I've had for 10 years. I had to put her to sleep because of her love, because of the fencing. She was in that whole thing the whole time that first started because I couldn't take her with me. Now she's gone.
I understand. Sorry about the loss. Again, we will commit to continue to investigate. That's what I can commit.
That's what I keep hearing.
That's
We'll
what I can
commit. We'll commit. Nothing fucking ever happened.
I haven't been here since you were voted in. My name is John Bolenbaugh, and I'm one of the residents of the named victim of the oil spill. Over the last, I was a worker. We were told to cover up oil. I got fired. Long story short, I've been videotaping residents that are sick, lies that have been told by Enbridge, oil that's been covered up. Hatzma came out with me one day, and I showed him oil, and Enbridge said, and the EPA said that they wanted to clean it up because of lily pads. Well, guess what? They spent about $2 million, I imagine, to clean it up after I made enough complaints. It did get done. Thank you, Mr. Hatzma. And Commissioner Todd came out with me one day to a meeting that we had, and he helped us out. So I want to thank these people. But what you need to know is I've got so much footage now, over 700 videos now. Talmadge Creek has been covered with a foot of sand. This is a fact. I went from the oil spill where it happened. Every eighth of a mile I went until I hit Kalamazoo River. If you dig down 6 inches to a foot under the sand that's not contaminated, you will have oil gush up. They buried it. I don't have to argue anymore. I don't have to yell. I don't have to go to these meetings and make a big scene. I have so much evidence now to prove this. I made an official complaint with the EPA about Talmadge Creek, and what do you know? The meeting last night, they said they were going to do Talmadge Creek, but they had it planned all along. So I'd like to know why they wait 8 months with no work in that area, and now they clean it up after I make a complaint and have videos and I'm making it public. It's just common sense. They cut corners to save money. Enbridge cut corners to save fines, and it's a fact. That's all there is to it. But there's a lot of residents that are sick right now, very sick. One lady last night was bawling to the EPA and Enbridge because she's so sick that her doctor said she's not going to make it to her 50th birthday because of the chemicals that she breathed in. 5 people in her trailer park this year have died. It's in a low area, surrounded 3 sides by the river, and almost every single person in this location is sick. But you never hear about that on the news or in the press. So that's what I'm fighting for, these victims that don't have a right to speak for themselves, because some of them signed gag orders already with their lawyer or with Enbridge. So they don't have a right to talk at the moment, so I'm speaking for them. I went to every single house on the river within 1,000 feet. There was evacuation that they never were told about of 1,000 feet. That should be criminal. They should go to jail for that. Well, I'm having a meeting this Sunday at the Brickyard between 3 and 6, August 21st, and as I said, I went to over about 1,400 different doors to talk to every resident on the river. So there's going to be a lot of people there. I hope some of you can show up, and if you ever want to watch any of my videos for any proof, you're more than welcome. It's on YouTube, John Bolenbaugh. I'm going to make a video today of you guys, slow video, and I'm going to show the world if you don't speak out.
It's not a new report, but just a reminder at our last meeting that I did discuss issues in regards to the land bank, county land bank. Just a reminder to the commission, I did see the email that was sent out that Calhoun County, along with the city of Battle Creek, we ranked #1 in the state for the spending or being in compliance with the NSP2 funds.
The reason why some of you have never seen me is because I got hit over the head by a worker. I've had 2 death threats, 4 slashed tires, my brakes went out, and I got a little scared. I did a last will and testament. I went to Florida to say bye to my family, and I came back to finish what I started. This isn't easy what I'm doing. I've had a lot of controversy from workers and from family worried about my health and my safety. I'm on Facebook. I'm on probably 10,000 Facebooks around the country. I'm on 50 websites around the United States. I'm on 3 continents. Pretty popular on YouTube. The reason why this matters is because they're going to open up the river someday. They were recently talking about opening, and I came back, and maybe I'm the reason why they're not opening up parts right at the moment, because I contacted the EPA and threatened them that if they didn't have it clean, I would make them look like fools, like I have been doing all along. Stresko Dam back in October 27th, I believe, or 2010, if some of you were there, they mentioned that they pulled all the boom out and they were done with Stresko except for testing. Well, I make a video and show oil that's still there, and they've been working for 6 months straight, even through the wintertime. It's that bad there. But if they can get away with it, they are. There's several areas that are still really bad. I one day got out of the river and I took my boots off, had my socks on, put my foot up on my dash of my truck. Next day I went out there not thinking anything. It ate the paint off my dash. The paint is eating off my dash. That's how toxic these chemicals are. These kids are going to be in this, and I'm really worried about them. EPA last night, it was a very good meeting, by the way, and if I didn't know from my investigating and personal research, I would believe most of what they have to say. They're very good meetings. They know what they're doing, and they know what to say. We've been testing. We're going to test for years. We're going to clean up whatever we find. Well, if I don't show it, and no one else shows it, they won't find it. They won't show it. I'm a big reason why they haven't. And one man can make a difference. And I'm asking you guys not to be politicians. Be a citizen. Be a neighbor. Do what you can with any power that you have. You might not have power as county commissioners, but you do have a voice. And I think my voice has been very strong. And I have made a difference. And I need your help. And that's all I can do is just ask for help and keep producing these videos and helping these residents. Thank you.
You couldn't ask questions in an open forum. They made their presentation and then moved to the other room. I just thought having questions would have been more informative for the people. So
just back to the north of Columbia Avenue near the penetrator, and there have been many airboats and chevrons of absorbent boom set up there this year that weren't running through there last year and weren't set up last year. So I have found it remarkable that there's been so much activity there this summer compared to the little activity other than airboats going to and from different points on the river last year compared to last year. So I am pleased that there seemed to be little sentiment to opening the river at any foreseeable time.
I said earlier in reference to him being the voice for people. It was quite interesting because it was a few meetings ago where they had representatives here and talked about building river access. Again, and I do recall that there were a couple of questions that I had thrown out, and one of them wasn't relative to the condition of the river. And I asked that specific question because I knew the answer to the question, but I wanted them publicly to make sure that they announced that this river is nowhere by any means close to being up to par in regards to it being back to normal. And I don't even know if it can even get back to normal, but I too hold those sentiments as well. Mr. Bolenbaugh, just so you know, me personally, I've always saw myself as a citizen or a resident first. This stuff up here, to me, I can't speak for them, but I'll speak for myself. This is simply will say this, you're very necessary. You are an individual who will agitate, and our strategies might be a little different, but we're all shooting for the same goal, and that's for health and wellness of people of this community. So I just wanted you to know that, okay? But also, I want to make for sure that as a governing body that we also do a thorough examination in regards to
John Bolenbaugh, this is Commissioner Todd, County Commissioner in Marshall, Michigan, where the spill happened. I have a serious question for you. Have I made a difference, do you think, in the cleanup efforts of the EPA and Enbridge?
Absolutely. One of the things that I mentioned during our meeting is that you being very necessary in order for things to really progress and get to where we need them to get. Sometimes it takes an individual like yourself. That's exactly what Dr. King was, and that's exactly what Malcolm X were. That's exactly what Al Sharpton is now. I mean, those are people who were bold enough and confident enough that they were doing the right thing to make the difference in the lives of people. Because ultimately it points back to people, John. I mean, you know, it has nothing to do with my status as a commissioner, but more so as a man of God. I mean, that is most important, you know, and sometimes you have to do whatever it takes. But like I mentioned also, that our strategies may be different, but you're necessary because of the things that you've done. Now you're getting the results that we're looking for now, and you know, even though it was slow getting there, but it still brought the attention to try to correct the wrong. Commissioner Hodge was the same way. He made a comment that this year outside his office, now he's starting to see Enbridge actually go out to the river in certain parts of the river that he's at to start trying to clean up process there, which in the previous year they weren't there before. So he commended you as well on being the one that actually made the difference to that. So I commend you, man. I mean, you know, this is for people. This is for the livelihood of people.
Well, thank you. It's important to me to have, especially a politician, you know, say that what I am doing is making a difference, because it's been really hard when the EPA and Enbridge say that everything I'm doing is nothing, that I haven't helped, and I know different, but they got to protect their pocketbooks and their reputation.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I do want to point out too is that in times past, to my knowledge, it was no recognition or no acknowledgement that there was even any submerged oil in the beginning. But now, as we saw in the news and in the newspaper, and even when I spoke to them at a previous meeting, now they're acknowledging that there is still an amount of submerged oil, and now it's going to continue to take maybe years to get it cleaned up. So,
and that was because I took the press out there and made complaints and showed videos, and yeah.
So, I mean, you're to be commended what you're doing. I mean, as long as you believe in something wholeheartedly, stick with it. Don't allow any devil to come between you and what you believe in. And so, but we commend you, man. I commend you personally. All right? Appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioner. August 3rd, Battle Creek Inquirer. It's John Bolenbaugh. Here's Tyler. And what we're going to do is show you that oil was buried in Talmadge Creek. Okay? They put sand over the top of all this oil. Do you see no sheens coming up when I do that? No sheen. So the sand that they put over it is not contaminated. All right? It didn't flow downriver. They put it here. They put it here for the press, because the press will come right up through here, and they want the press to look at this, and it looks nice and clear. But this was 2 foot of mud and oil back before, and I'm going to prove that to you in other areas, but I'm going to show you the oil that is left here. Okay, I'm going to dig a hole. It's going to take me a minute. And this is just in one small spot. You see all that coming up?
Oof. That's disgusting.
They buried it.
You can smell it too.
John Bolenbaugh. It's April 15th, Detroit Free Press. Use the newspaper, as you know, to document the date so Enbridge can't lie. Okay, we just came out here. Look at how bad this creek is. This is Enbridge owned property. EPA knows it's here. Look at all this. Look at how bad this is. I mean, the entire creek is just full of massive amounts of oil that our animals are drinking and dying from. And the deer you're going to give your kids this next year is going to have this pollutants in their body.
What about the fish?
There ain't no fish living in this.
No fish living here?
They can't. It's so bad. I got a clean glove, and just to show you, I'm going to pick up some oil. Just clumps of it. I mean, you see, it's just everywhere through here. Is that oil?
Looks like oil to me.
All right. Hear that? This is Jesse Stauffer, and he. I was talking one day, and he overheard me talking, and he said he wanted to know more. He tries to help the environment in any way he can, and he's a resident of Marshall, Michigan, and he's mad. And after showing him all this, he's now furious. It is super, super bad. Right on Enbridge property.
This is just one of many spots that we found, though, that you've shown me.
Oh yeah, this is just a small spot. It's all through here.
All through here. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I can't believe this would be allowed. This is supposed to be cleaned up? Huh?
That's what they say.
Cleaned up?
That's what they say.
What are all these...
what are all the flags?
The flags and the ribbons.
Well, just to show everybody, well, I'll do a little close-up. You see the red flags mean super bad. Then we got orange and we got pink with black. They're everywhere through here. They're all over the place. I mean, see? Now I came through here and sprayed orange spray paint on these areas because what's going to happen is the grass is going to grow and it's going to cover up the oil that's left on these leaves and on the ground. And then Enbridge it'll be hard to find it. So that's Enbridge's goal. The grass will cover all the soil up. They'll never clean it. But it's still here. Alright, we're about ready to leave this area. We've already been through here. We found tons of oil that they've left. The whole creek's full of it. They won't clean it. This is just an opening. This is my very first video I ever made right here. It's super bad. And the reason why I came to this area is because I knew it was here, because they told us not to clean it. So I just got a little bit of smudge on my glove, just showing you. I mean, I keep doing this over and over. It's all here. This place is just full of oil. Yep, that's going to get in your kids' bodies after they eat venison from this area. It's all Enbridge. You just saw some videos that I showed you. What's your opinion on the videos?
The opinion is absolutely crazy. I saw with my own eyes. You verified the date. You showed me a location that was in April of 2011, but then you come back in August, same spot, covered up, grass growing, plain and simple. There's mud. There's absolutely there's oil there. So to me, I'm the type of guy who don't like a lot of smoke screens. Just get to the truth, and so I commend you. I appreciate you showing me that. But just stay with the fight, man. You gotta stay in there because it's something you believe in, and it's the right thing to do. You know, sometimes doing the right thing is not the most popular thing, but it's the right thing to do. Stick with what's right.